أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم تلك القرى نقص عليك من أنبائها ولقد جاءتهم رسلهم بالبينات فما كانوا ليؤمنوا بما كذبوا من قبل كذلك يطبع الله على قلوب الكافرين صدق الله مولانا العظيم. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions that these are the villages or these are the localities. We are narrating their stories on you. And what are their stories? That their messengers and prophets came to them with clear proofs. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says further that they were not going to bring Iman because they had rejected the invitation of messengers previously too. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said that this is how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala seals onto the hearts of disbelievers. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us from this. We went through Nuh and Ad and Thamud and Lut. We went through all those nations that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent Nuh alayhi salatu wassalam to his people. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent to the people of Thamud Hud alayhi salatu wassalam. To the people of Thamud, Salih alayhi salatu wassalam. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent to the people of Ad, Hud alayhi salatu wassalam. And to the people of Madian, Shu'aib alayhi salatu wassalam. We went through all those verses where detailed stories of them had been mentioned. Nuh alayhi salatu wasalam came to his people, called them towards the oneness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Few people accepted his call and majority of them rejected. Salih alayhi salatu wasalam came to people of Thamud. Again, he called them for the oneness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Some people accepted his invitation and majority of them rejected. Shu'aib alayhi salatu wassalam came to Madian and they used to do business. So he called them towards the oneness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And when weighing something or measuring something, he taught them that fulfill the rights of weighing and measurement. Some people accepted Islam and majority of them rejected. To the people of Ad, Hud alayhi salatu wassalam came and same. And what was their end? That also had been mentioned. Sometimes some nations, after arguments from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had completed and their stubbornness increased, their stubborn kufr did increase, and when time expired, wrath of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala came upon them. Punishment of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala came upon them. We have gone through into the detail. That is what Allah said, Tilkal Qura. All these localities. Naqussu alayka min anba'iha. We are narrating their stories over you. And Quran is not the story book. Na'udhu billah, it is not the fairy tale book. It narrates to you behavior of nations, calls of messengers, response of nations, and end of them. It narrates to you, so you take lessons. You become alert. You don't make mistakes. Ummah of Muhammadur Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, they are not expected to make that many mistakes. Humans are humans. Every human will make mistake. Every human is sinner. And whenever human sins and he repents, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is there to pardon. But when it comes to collective responsibility, when it comes to global situation, then this ummah is being told everything about the humanity from the creation of Adam alayhi salatu wasalam up until Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. May Allah make us such that humanity remains in front of our focus through Quran and through Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam, not through media, not through media, through Quran and Sunnah. Believer has vastness of thinking, vastness of vision, vastness of reflection, vastness of contemplation. No one's reflection will be so deep like believer. No one's vision will be so perfect and mature like believer, because he has all the nations in front of him through Quran. That is what Quran said. Tilkal Qura naqussu alayka min anba'iha. Beware, O reader of Quran. Pay attention. We are narrating to you stories of all these localities. We are narrating to you. And we are narrating. What stories we narrated? وَلَقَدْ جَاءَتْهُمْ رُسُلُهُمْ بِالْبَيِّنَاتِ. In one small verse, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had condensed the history of humanity. Said, وَلَقَدْ جَاءَتْهُمْ رُسُلُهُمْ بِالْبَيِّنَاتِ. Messengers came to them with clear proofs. They had clear proofs and arguments and evidence of their prophethood. They came to them. What happened? فَمَا كَانُوا لِيُؤْمِنُوا. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, no one knows our nature like our Creator. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, those who did not believe, Allah said they were not going to believe. They were not going to believe because they had rejected calls of messengers previously. So they kept it up with their stubbornness, with their disbelief. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said they were not going to believe because they had not accepted call previously. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala then explained it to us, May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us from stubbornness. Sometimes truth comes from you. I know it is truth. But because it is coming from you, that's why I am not accepting. That is very bad. That is very bad. That is very bad. That is the sign. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, they belittle all the messengers. That who are you to advise us? And although they knew that he is calling for haqq, but because they were belittling those messengers, that's why they rejected. And they kept on rejecting. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, we knew that they will reject because they had habit of rejecting calls of messengers before. And how that happened? Allah is showing that this is the sign. It is the sign of what? كَذَلِكَ يَطْبَعُ اللَّهُ عَلَى قُلُوبِ الْكَافِرِينَ. This is how Allah seal onto the hearts of disbelievers. O Allah, whenever haqq come from you and from your Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam, O Allah, make us such that we surrender ourselves to the haqq, to the invitation of haqq. And O Allah, protect me, protect us and our progeny till the day of Qiyamah, that they fall into the category of yatba'ullahu ala qulubihim. Allah seals their hearts. Allah seals some people's hearts because of arrogance, because of stubbornness, because of belittling people, because of betraying others, because of I am not going to accept from you. Why? Because it is coming from you. Abu Jahl had this problem that, see, we can compete with Banu Hashim in every walk of life, but here we cannot compete them. That's why he rejected. That's why sometimes, in our rivals also, it happens. In our rivals also it happens. That because, my rival is taking me over, that's why I am opposing him. May Allah protect us. May Allah protect us. Somehow the other, I will take out some faults just to make people know that, no, he is not right. I am right. rivalry. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us. كَذَلِكَ يَتُبَعُ اللَّهُ عَلَى قُلُوبِ الْكَافِرِينَ. This is how Allah seals onto the hearts of disbelievers. Oh Allah, that kufr. One is major kufr that, na'udzubillah, you reject haqq, call of Quran and Sunnah. And one is, you have no sense of appreciation. That is also kufr. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us from the minor and major kufr. Allah protect us from the minor and major shirk. Allah protect us from the minor and major hypocrisy. Allah protect us from all ailments of the hearts. All ailments of the hearts. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us such that we never fall into the category of those whose hearts become sealed. And when they become sealed, then water of haqq cannot enter into their hearts. May Allah protect us. And may Allah free Masjidul Aqsa. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala free people of Palestine. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala free people of Gaza. Looks like sometime that maybe a pause is coming from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This ummah is into suffering, I think from last 1, 2, 3 centuries. Suffering and only suffering. So maybe now Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said that now I'm giving you break. Looks like sometime that type of pause is coming. Oh Allah, free Masjidul Aqsa. Oh Allah, bring pause. Oh Allah, we know this world is going to end. Dajjal will have respite. He will have global respite. He will have power. He will have technology. He will have finance. He will have all weaponry. Whoever will follow him will taste the paradise of this world. And whoever will disobey him, he will taste the hell of this world. And whoever will taste the paradise of this world onto the hands of Dajjal, he will suffer into the hell of hereafter. And whoever will suffer hell of this world because he rejected the call of Dajjal, then he will enjoy eternally in this world also and into next world also. Allah, give us that boldness. This is the time of deception. Sometimes truth will appear to you as lie. Justice will appear to you as injustice. Peace will appear to you as oppression. And zulm and oppression will appear to you as peace. Sweet will appear to you as bitter. White will appear to you as black. And black will appear to you as white. This is the time of deception. So we need to ask Allah that, oh Allah, give us such vision that we differentiate between right and wrong. And oh Allah, protect us that our hearts become sealed from you. May Allah protect us and our progeny till the day of Qiyamah. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Ya awwal al-awwalin, ya akhir al-akhirin, ya rahim al-masakin, ya dhal quwwati al-matin, ya dhal manni fala yumannu alayk, ya dhal tawul, ya dhal jalali wal ikram, la ilaha illa ant, zahar al-laji'in, wa jar al-mustajirin, wa ma'man al-khaifin, ya ma'man al-khaifin, ya ma'man al-khaifin, ya ma'man al-khaifin, إن كنت كتبتنا عندك في الكتاب أشقياء فامحو عنا اسم الشقاء فامحو عنا اسم الشقاء فامحو عنا اسم الشقاء وإن كنت كتبتنا عندك في الكتاب مقطرا علينا أرزاقنا فامحو تقطير رزقنا وحرمان رزقنا واكتبنا وأثبتنا عندك سعداء ووفقنا الخير فإنك تقول في كتابك يمحو الله ما يشاء ويثبت وعنده الكتاب اللهم إنا نسألك فعل الخيرات وترك المنكرات وحب المساكين وأن تغفر لنا وترحمنا فإذا أردت بقوم فتنة فتوفنا غير مفتونين غير خزايا ولا ندامى ولا مفتونين اللهم ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار اللهم إنا نعوذ بك من فتنة المسيح الدجال اللهم إنا نعوذ بك من فتنة المحيا والممات اللهم احفظنا من كل بلاء الدنيا وعذاب القبر وعذاب الآخرة اللهم حرر المسجد الأقصى وحرر المسلمين في غزة وحرر المسلمين المظلومين في فلسطين اللهم كن لهم ولا تكن عليهم اللهم انصرهم اللهم انصرهم نصرا عزيزا اللهم ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم وصلى الله تعالى على خير خلقه سيدنا وحبيبنا مولانا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين برحمته